What's up guys, Bacon here, and welcome to something a little bit different. No, I am not doing a Let's Play of Persona 5, but in advent of the recent reveal of Joker being the first DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I decided to go ahead and make this little video talking about some ideas I had for what his moveset would be, a moveset speculation video. I apologize if this comes across as a little bit unpolished. I will be doing this commentary live as I'm playing through this game, just to kind of help associate my thoughts with what's going on.
Come on, man.
But yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of, like, editing and cutting around to parts as I go, but yeah, anyway. I guess before we get into a battle, so some obvious things: walking animation, dashing animation. This roll he does as he comes out of hiding could make a good side dodge. And maybe ducking down into shadows briefly could be like a spot dodge. Or just his crouch in general, like, that's like his crouching position. So his guarding position, I'm thinking, could be...
Don't rush this.
His basic animation here, pretty obviously his 3-hit combo. That low baton pass animation, I think, could make a fun taunt thing. He just high-fives a random teammate that just kind of spawns, comes into a high-five and then goes away. This attack would make, I think, a good side B. It could be something, like, control-wise, it could be kind of like Greninja. Like, during that wind-up animation, you can steer it forward or backwards. It would be obvious to the enemy where it's spawning from, but it would allow... It could be like a really strong attack with a lot of powerful reach.
What's the match? Yes, that was incredible. A spectacular victory.
Obviously, this little victory jingle here would serve as his victory music. Not part of his moveset, but still something worth mentioning.
Okay. Oh no.
Now, as far as his persona goes, Arsene doesn't learn a lot of attacks naturally in the game. He actually has a pretty small move set, but the game allows for... the game allows you to, like, mix and match skills among your persona through various methods. So I could, I've heard some speculation say that he might, like, summon different personas that perhaps for different attacks, or have, like, a Shulk sort of toggle with different personas. I don't think they're going to do that. Just cause I think they're really going to focus on Arsene, just as his main persona. But I think what they could do is something a la Ness and Lucas, where they take attacks from other personas and incorporate them. But addressing his normal attacks, we've already gone over this one, which I don't know how to pronounce. Dream Needle.
Go down.
I think, honestly, I kind of see that being like his forward smash attack. Because with smash attacks having to charge up, they'd be a good thing to have Arsene on in addition to special moves. Like, have different like elemental spells for his specials. Like, you'd have that as maybe a okay, you know what? What I said about the dark spell before, make that his neutral B. Still works the same way I described it, but make that his neutral B, and then make that wind spell I just demonstrated would make a good forward smash, like just a little wind whip right in front of him that could do a little damage and spin an enemy around, a la like Mario's cape or other spells like that. God damn you. I'm trying to demonstrate things here. His final smash, probably the most obvious thing in the game.
Okay, guys. Let's do it.
I think Joker's forward smash would be the best way to incorporate his gun. Just like, charge up, pull his gun, and then just fire off a barrage of bullets. Oh, it was painful to use that many bullets for a demonstration. I want to do this PAL with him one day. That stings. For the video! Megaton Raid, perhaps, could be like a cool up smash. Aguilau! Naturally, if Joker gets knocked down, this is how he would fall. That's just kind of a given. This little slash attack he does when spotted by an enemy would be his forward tilt, most likely.
Useful.
Did he just land 3 Karma, bitch! Oh my god! That was funny.
Okay.
That almost got bad. For his grab animation, the way he steals items from random like boxes and stuff in the palaces, I think would make a perfect grab animation. And he just does that swiping motion with his arm. When hanging off of ledges, his getting up animation right there. For like his final smash like initiation animation, like what he does to trigger if he hits an enemy or not, as most cutscene final smashers have. Of like a couple other Phantom Thieves, I'm thinking Skull, Panther, and Fox drop down and they create a circle in front of Joker. And then if an enemy gets trapped inside that circle, then they execute an all-out attack. And if there's no enemy inside the circle, then it just fails. Now, I had a hard time thinking about what I thought Joker's recovery move should be. And I had 2 ideas. My main one, I unfortunately am not capable of showing footage of, as it requires a skill that I haven't acquired yet in this game. Or in this file. But one idea would be something that isn't in the core games, but seeing as his main persona Arsene has these giant wings, he could just summon Arsene and have Arsene like just like fly up, sort of like Pit style or something like that. Just have Arsene like grab Joker and fly up. That never actually happens in this game, it's just an idea, but hey, Smash Bros. Fudges moves all the time, right? The other one, I'll see if I can dig around and find some footage of it.
Panther's starving. She can't use her full strength.
Too slow.
We're breaking through them. Follow Joker's lead.
Once you get a skill that allows you to always escape battles, Joker like does sort of like a flash of like smoke and light to blind the enemies and then jump straight up. And I think that would make a really cool recovery move, with like the flash being able to stun enemies that are on the ground or spike enemies that are in the air and then launch himself directly up. I think that would make a better recovery move than Arsene grabbing him and flying up. That could make a good down tilt. Now, for his ambush animation, I think that would work well as a his down special. Like, he does that, and he like dashes forward in the direction he's facing. If he collides with an enemy, he does the ambush thing on them to deal damage and stun, and maybe like inflict a short stun or dizzy or something. And then like it would give him a chance to do a follow-up attack. But as a trade-off, maybe give it like a lot of ending lag, so it's really punishable if you underestimate or if dodged or whatever.
Go down.
Of course, I get a critical on that. Are you serious? Woof woof. You are nice.
Let's go. Ravage them.
Oh shit, what? Did I save in that last safe room? I'll hit on that. Oh, wait. Yes! There's the crit animation. Finally. Okay, now what the hell would that actually be? Not really sure.
I missed.
Spent so much time grinding to figure out, to get the animation to play, I don't actually know what the hell it would do. Speaking of critical hits. Well, Mona's down.
I got too reckless. I'll back out and focus on support.
How do you like it? Well, screw you, Jim.
Don't let your guard down.
Something else.
Looking cool, Joker.
Soda. Do it.
Not over yet. Enemy defeated.
Yeah, screw you.
Go, give me more.
Our future together. What did you say? How is this?
One enemy remains. The last one.
Yeah! Nice!
Yeah! Victory!
Aguilao! Hey, yay! Ooh, fire break.
Okay.
Oh, we managed to defeat them.
Okay, well, that's about as much as I can come up with for his animations, really. But, before we end this off, though, I just want to quickly address what I think some of his costumes could be. Now, obviously, it's entirely possible that they just take the general approach of different color palettes. But if they want to get a little more creative, obviously, the default clothing that he's wearing right now would be his default. The barista costume, his casual clothes, his gym clothes, his inmate uniform, his summer uniform, his training clothes, and last but not least, his swim shorts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around at some point.